the reality is that the world is not so black and white. So I understand that there are these things in place that worked and made sense, and now we're approaching an era that like we don't know what's going to happen, but there's gray area. You've had sex, I've had sex, she's had sex, we've had sex with different guys. That doesn't mean that we're damaged goods, we're used goods. I understand status is a big part of that. I understand that sex is viewed differently, but I feel like you should not. If you're looking at face value, I can understand why you would be judged from your past. But if I'm a guy interested in you, I don't care about what you've done.
Woman's 35 and she ain't got kids yet, she's really panicking. So you start to say things like kids, family. You can mention that shit. Listen.
So you're almost 40? Yes. And you've never been married? No. And you don't have kids? No. And you don't want to have kids? No. What have you done with your life? Well.
So my question is why? Why is it that the younger generation, why do you guys not do that? Why do you not walk up to women anymore? Why do you not try to go further along after you've gotten the number and start an initial conversation? Was it, I don't know, I'm so new to this dating world, this new generation. Is it you're intimidated? Because I know about intimidation. I actually did a post a couple posts back about being so shy. Since then, I've done a complete 180, and now I'm just like, you know what, like I'm walking up to people and I'm gonna introduce myself because I'm like, what is there to lose?
There is a big point she is missing. She said that men are no longer approaching women. This statement is not completely true. I would say that if you asked young ladies,
most of the time I love being single. I am very comfortable being single, but tonight I hung out with friends and I had a great time, and then I was driving home and I started feeling this like wave of depression and anxiety, and I wasn't really sure what it was related to or where it was stemming from. And then I got home and I felt like just so sad and lonely. And I walked into my empty apartment and I thought, God, I wish that I had someone who could just hold me right now. Like, I wish that I had someone who could just take care of me, because I have to take care of myself every single day, and it's fucking exhausting, and I just want someone to take care of me every now and then.
A term that I keep hearing bandied about on here is hitting the wall. Several men have said that I have hit the wall. I'm not going to let that get me down, because upon further research, the term refers to any woman over age 29, because by that age she has allegedly lost all of her sexual desirability and therefore hit the wall. Men, do some of you really believe this to be true? Let me know.
Well, I'm alone again. I'm going to a bar again. Just for one drink, it'll be fine. Here's the fit. It's comfy, it's versatile. Peace.
Oh God, dating is a freaking disaster. It's not a place you actually want to be in your 50s. They all go for the younger women. So my dating puddle, even though I think I'm pretty smart and I'm not bad looking, and I am as invisible to, I'd say, 70% of the men.
So it goes to show, when women get older, it's their dating pool decreases. Time is on our side as men, and time is not on women's side.
People are like, Brittany, you're gonna hit the wall. You're going to be ugly. And it's like, joke's on you. I already was ugly growing up, so I already know what it's like to be ugly and undesirable. Thank you.
What do you need from a man financially?
For him to hold it down.
What does that mean?
So what that means is, you know, as a woman, and
put a dollar value on it. Don't give me the yearbook answer.
At least a minimum of 6 figures. Minimum.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
I laugh, man, because I'm trying to keep it light, but...
I had a wonderful day at the beach today, but now it's Friday night, and I'm all alone.
How old are you ladies?
25. I'm 26.
Okay. Don't you think you're going to hit the wall pretty soon?
No. What's the wall?
30?
What's wrong with that?
Your 30s are a lot better than your 20s because you have more money. I don't think I'm going to hit the wall. I'm just going to get started.
You think guys give a shit how much money you make?
I mean, I don't really care about what they think. I'm living my best life by myself.
So if I was your man and I was like, you know what, honey, like, I don't really want you having any more girls' nights anymore. Maybe you guys could go get coffee or something. How would you feel?
I would end things.
That's not, you're not.
That's not the, yeah, you're not my man.
Okay, so as a woman, one thing that I'm very sick and tired of seeing is all of these women giving bad advice, especially to the younger women. Because you know what it is? Misery loves company. I see all of these women in their 30s, 40s, 50s that are giving terrible advice to women in their 20s and even younger than that. So coming from a woman, I'm going to be honest with you and I'm going to tell you what hitting the wall means. So men value different things than women do. They value beauty, youth, and they value someone that respects themselves. When you start aging, your biological clock is ticking, and that is just a real fact. Going into your 30s, your options are going to be less than when you were in your 20s. And those guys around your age are now looking at the younger women, and you're going to be competing now with the 20-year-olds for the guys that you want. And then now when you're ready to start settling down and possibly start thinking about having kids, those same guys might feel like you're rushing them and they might not want the same things at this point. So then the dating market starts getting stressful, and then now these women are rushing for time because now their biological clock is really ticking and they want to go through the stages. And then a lot of them end up single, a lot of them end up childless because they chose to have fun in their 20s instead of looking for a relationship. And they thought that when the time came that they did want to settle down, that they would still have all the options that they had when they were 20. But then reality hits and a lot of them end up childless and single and not by choice. So don't listen to all of these women that are saying that they're so happy and they're so content with not having children and they didn't want to get married, because the reality is that a lot of them did, most of them did. And by that point, they just didn't have a choice anymore. And so they had to accept that now they are childless and single. So of course they're going to make the best out of it. But what I don't like is that they're preaching to the younger generation that this is the way to go. Because if they could have chosen otherwise, they would have.
Well, there is a porn star, a very successful porn star named, she goes by, her show name is Riley Reid. I think her actual real name is Riley something else, Riley Matthews. But she is making the rounds right now for an old video, just happens to have resurfaced, in which she admits that her life has been ruined by porn. Shocker. Take a listen.
Lost my whole family and it sucks. So a lot of times when people ask me if they should do porn, I tell them no. I tell them that it makes life really hard. It makes dating really hard. It makes your family life really hard. It makes intimacy hard. You're putting yourself out there and the world is now judging you. You have to be okay with being shamed every day of your life. I don't even want to have children because I do porn, because I'm worried of the way that people will treat my child. With me personally, my mom was supportive in the beginning. She kind of just let me do whatever, that I think it was a good thing. I had a lot of freedom. As time progressed and I became successful, I started to feel like my mom was using me so that she could live a more luxurious lifestyle. When I started to set like these boundaries, not giving her money or things like that, it made our relationship a bit more difficult and almost toxic. And so it sucks. I don't have a mom anymore. I don't talk to her. I miss having a mom. I feel like you can't rewind and you can't go back. I don't have that relationship with her anymore. I don't ever think I will. And that bums me out. Bums me out a lot.
This is a comment I got on my video about Victoria Paris, and I just wanted to talk about it because I've seen this trend on TikTok, I'm sure you have too, where a woman, or I guess a girl, will reference that another woman is 30 or looks 30 or is close to 30, and it's all meant to invalidate her in some type of way. So you have the type of comment where it invalidates how somebody looks, saying that they look 30, which, by the way, 30 is, I once had somebody on my old TikTok account say I looked 90. That is an insult, but 30 is weird because 30 is young. Like, this is 30. Emma Watson's 30. Emily Ratajkowski, 30. Taylor Swift, I think she might be 31. And of course, these are all celebrities who are, like, you know, paid to look hot. But if you're gonna insult someone, I just find it so weird that people use 30, right? Like, if you're gonna insult their looks, why not say 40 or 50? Not that it's good to call any age unattractive, but I keep seeing this number of 30 thrown around on TikTok. And it's not just for looks, too. It's also for activities and actions that people do. So I hate to say it, but I follow the Reddit account that is really snarky towards Alex Cooper on Call Her Daddy, because I'm a internet creep. I love to see what people are saying. And they're always like, I can't believe she's like partying and doing all of this stuff. She's pushing 30. And that's what everybody says. Like, even if you're 25, you're now pushing 30. And people use it to invalidate if you're partying or what you're wearing or what you're doing, because you're almost at this horrific number of 30. And I get that most of the people on TikTok are young, and 30 probably does seem really old. And of course, I'm 28. Yeah, I'm 28. So I'm probably like, oh my God, like, death is coming for me, you know, 2 more years until I hit it. But I just find it interesting that girls are doing, it's like girl on girl crime. It's like a friendly fire, because you say this stuff now, but trust me, once you get to 27, there are going to be thoughts in your head where you're like, oh my God, like, I'm almost turning 30, and you're really going to have to, like, unlearn all of this stuff that both society teaches you and this concept of, like, hitting the wall from internet men teach you, and then also now you have, like, other girls saying it to other girls on TikTok, and it's just like a friendly fire. So obviously no hate to whoever wrote this, no hate to anyone ever, but I just find it a weird insult, because we're all gonna be 30. So when you say, like, she looks 30, it's like, honey, one day we all will look 30, unless we die at 29.